Welcome back everyone to more Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations. And we are continuing the second day of investigation in a case of against Maggie Bird. And last time we met this rather weird looking girl that looks like she could be a doppelganger of Wednesday Addams. And she was pretty much giving a Chef Armstrong an ultimatum. Either he pays him back the money or else he's gonna be the next entree in his own restaurant. But we are going to be headed to Tenderlander where she works, and we're also going to find out hopefully more about this Tigre person that tried to impersonate Phoenix. But before we continue on, hope you guys have an awesome day today. Hope you guys doing well. So without further ado, let's go to Tenderlander. January 7th, Tenderlander. This place gives off a really strange vibe, doesn't it? Looks like the tiger isn't in his lair. And that is, as they say, a very good thing. Welcome. Go. Talk about a creepy voice. It makes your soul want to shrivel up and die. You're here to discuss a loan? No, not exactly. The manager is away at the moment. Wait quietly, please. She's gone, just like that. I guess we'll just have to come back another time. But this is a perfect opportunity, Nick. This place reeks of suspicion. Come on, Nick. Let's take a look around, okay? Do you think it would be okay? Of course, no one will ever know. Coffee? Ah! I'll leave it here for you to enjoy. Quietly. Yes, thank you. Do not touch the desk, please. Okay. Nick! Let's get out of here! Now she wants to get out of here. That's one impressive desk on one impressive rug. It's solid gold, Nick. Gold, just look at that shine. Only real gold shines like that. Would you really want such a shiny desk, though? I don't know, but let's see what it's like to sit at a solid gold desk. Wow, I'm completely dazzled. That's because it's completely dazzling. I can see up my nose in the reflection. That's gotta be really distracting. So the desk isn't practical, no surprise there. Okay, let's examine the bookshelf. Let's see, this round doll thing is called a Daruma, I think. I figured I'd read a book or two. And be more cultured, in case you're wondering. You mean you aren't making stuff up for a change? I bet you also didn't know that no matter what, he always writes himself. Go on, Nick. Give him a good shove. Only if I feel like dying. Now, this yellow thing, this is a Japanese chess piece. I think it's a king. Not that I'm an expert or anything. I'm more of a reversey person, you know? Assuming she knows what she's talking about, these aren't exactly your typical mobster wannabe items. They're not trophies, are they? Go. Hey! There's a piece of paper sticking out from under here. What is it? A repair bill? Looks like he did some repair work on his car. Does he even have one? 15,000 replace a bumper and a light? That's insane! The car's registered to the Cadaverinis. Huh? So it's not even the Tiger's car. Why would someone else's repair bill be in the Tiger's office? Repair bill added to the court record. A car repair bill for $15,000 paid by Tigre to the Cadaverini family. There's a CD player on the desk, but the desk is so loud it's a wonder you can hear it. The lid's open. I wonder what kind of music the tiger's into. Have you finished the coffee? Ah! Yes, thanks. It was lovely. So, you drank it all? Uh-oh. Gulp. If you touch anything else that doesn't belong to you, there's always another cup. That coffee. It was laced with something. I'm almost sure of it. Nick, my stomach, it's killing me. Oh, wait. Maybe it was just the burger I ate for breakfast. But I sure hope so. We better take a look at that CD while we're still alive and have the chance. What the? What? It's not the Rocco soundtrack, is it? Claw the Tiger? It's a demo CD. The artist's name has been handwritten on the disc in pen. MC Bomber. What? This must be the CD Maggie told us about. Let's listen to it. I bet it's heavy metal. No way, that woman will make us drink more coffee if we do. MC Bomber added to the court record. Found a tender lender, a sample disc with the name written in marker. Oh no, someone's dropped the ashtray on the floor. That's gonna be a nightmare to clean up. Yeah, it's all over the rug and everything. I accidentally knocked over a really big space heater once. Cleaning up was such a pain. It was one of those super antiques where you have to burn a ton of charcoal. How did she manage to knock one of those over? Aren't they supposed to be super heavy? Oh hey! There's a book of matches here too. Matches, huh? Places don't give those out much nowadays. Hey, wait a second. What is it? Look what's printed on its cover. It says Tribulations. Tribulations matches added to the court record. Matches used for advertising. Found lying in tender lender. These matches could come in handy. We might be able to use them. Yeah, the pilot light for the office boiler keeps going out. Swing and a miss, Maya. Swing and a miss. Hey, look at this! Parisian-style coat. It's so chic. Looks more like a pimp coat to me. Guess I haven't gotten on for fashion. Hey, look at this! This suit is the same color as the one you wear, Nick. The same color as my suit. Ah! Keep your voice down, Maya. Now, Nick, you've got to take a look at this. Some cake? Ah! I'll just leave it here for you. Yeah, sure, thanks. Just wait here quietly, otherwise... Sure. Hey there, Ender. Did you hear that, Nick? Wait quietly, she said. Yeah, sure. I have my eye on you, only so I can take care of you. Understand? Ah! I'm scared, Nick. So, what are you getting so excited about before? Look, under the lapel of the suit. That's an attorney's badge. Is the tiger a lawyer? No way, look at this thing, it's made of paper. Actually, it looks more like cardboard. Paper badge added to the court record. Found a tender lender, made of cardboard and painted to look authentic. For some reason, your badge suddenly looks real cheap to me, Nick. Why doesn't anyone recognize an obviously fake badge when they see one? Oh boy. Uh-oh. Ah! Come out from under the desk, Maya. What are you two snooping around in my office for? Nothing. We were just... Gwar! My precious carpet! You've got ash on my rug! You're gonna wish your ugly feet never came through my door! It wasn't us, it was already like, yous wanna argue with me? Is that what you're doing? You think yous can take me on? I'm gonna flatten yous two into pancakes and turn yous into my new rugs. Ah. Oh. Don Tigre, you're back. Ah, that voice, it's like evil seeping into your head through your ears. I'm sorry, Don Tigre. I knocked over that ashtray earlier, and... Eek! Has she got a death wish or what? Oh, right. Huh? Forget about it, Violetta. It's nodding. Wait, what? What? I ain't gonna get mad at you. You too cute, you hear? That's so unfair! Here, have some cookies. I just baked them. And you'll need some strong espresso while you're discussing your loan. Gwar! Phoenix Wright! Yes? He's either crazy or just plain stupid to chase after me. I worked so hard, but now you just gotta come and mess up my plan. So it was him. He's my phony. Heh. But I don't care. No one gets in my way. What? I mean, excuse me? You should have left the little girl at home, right? I have a few things I want to ask. No questions. This is the last time we meet. Okay, then. Ah, wait, but please! That was pretty weak, Nick. You waited until he was out of earshot before you shouted after him. Like you want to talk. I ain't hear you scream hold it either. The espresso. Ah! And cookies. This woman is definitely not good for my heart. Now, what was it the tiger called her? Violetta? Okay, let's try to speak with her. So, I'm kind of curious about your company, Tenderlender. With the woman-friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business. A conscientious rate of interest in an attractive repayment policy. Why do I get the feeling this sentence is not going to end well? We will tenderly lend you that little bit extra here at Tenderlender. Hey Dick, things are a bit tight for Wright & Company at the moment, aren't they? I mean, there's that $500 you owe me for a card game for starters. Why don't you take out a loan? Would I take out a loan from a place like this? Not so much. Tenderlender is on our side. So, let's say I'm late with my repayment. What happens then? We'd give you more coffee. Strong coffee. Right. I think I'd rather skip town. Hey, just remember I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well. So, do you know about the incident we're investigating? What incident? Well, a man was poisoned at a restaurant just near here, that incident. Let me see. I was here that day with the manager. The manager being the tiger? Furio Tigre. Furio? Tigre? So that's where the tiger thing comes from. Shin-Up's got a real name, Nick. Hurry up and find out more about him. Okay. Okay, let's find out more about our, imposter. Can I ask you about the tiger? I mean, Mr. Tigre. Cookie? Sure. How do you like my cookies? I baked them myself. Go ahead, Nick. The honor is all yours. No, ladies first, Maya. No matter how I look at this, I just don't get it. What are the tiger and this scary girl doing working together? We are lovers. That's not exactly coming across in your tone of voice. And I owe Don Tigre my life. He's the one who saved me. The tiger saved you. Please, address him properly as Don Tigre, otherwise I'll have to... Okay, Don Tigre, of course, I'm sorry. He saved her life. I'd sure like to know how that happened. I'm very frail, you see. Just recently, I died. Once. You died? About 4 months ago. The doctor said to abandon all hope. I guess they were expecting her to take a boat ride across the river Styx. But Don Tigre, he saved me. He gave up everything. Everything? When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy. No offense, but I'm finding it a little hard to believe. I decided I'd pay him back with my life by serving him coffee and espresso. I still wonder about what's in her coffee. So, is that why you've got that bandage around your head? This? So what's the story with the bandage? They put it on after the operation. Operation? It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury. Fatal injury? Maya just suffered one herself by the sound of it. So, that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you had died once? Oh boy. Oh, she has 4! She really creeps me out, Nick. Same here, but we've got to find out the truth. Okay, we're gonna have to come back later, unfortunately. Let's head back to Vitamin Square. January 7th, Vitamin Square. There he is! Old Seedy's back feeding the pigeons again. There, take this, and this, and get out of my park! Like I thought, he's really mad. Come on, Maya, just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we still can. Wait, why? Hello, old man! What are you doing, Maya? Huh? Ka! Hey, he just turned his back on us! I'm not surprised. I bet I really hurt his pride in court this morning. Hey, Mr. Kudo! Pigeon. Ka! Look, we really need to talk to you, alright? Out with the demons! In with good fortune! Ow, ow, ow! Seeds! Shell splinters! Painful. I always knew you were a demon, Maya. I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier today. Everyone will be talking about me behind my back now. A dirty old man who is busy looking at the serving girl's backside. That he can't remember her face. A filthy, depraved animal. No, not at all. Are you listening to me, boy? I don't care what you say. I just saw that waitress put it in. She put some white powder into the young lad's Javachino. We hear you. And another thing, the young layabout was wearing an earpiece. On the same side as the lens of his broken spectacles. We're really sorry. Sir, I made a little mistake about the vase. So what? I know what I saw. I tell you. Okay, take it easy, please, Mr. Kudo. Don't tell me to take it easy, you spiky-haired brat. Take this. You said you were a craftsman, right? God, the modern world casts honest craftsmen like me aside in droves. So surely it's not that. I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to this time of the Shoguns. Do you hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer, I was born one. Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself. I wanted to stick my fingers up that dribbling old judge's nose and scream right down his ear hole. Objection! Oh, so did you want to become a lawyer when you were young? I don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all. I've got a tsunami of frustration inside and it's ready to burst out. If we let him start rambling now, we might never shut him up. What should I do? Let's just suck it up. Guess I better let him talk. So there's not much call for craftsmen these days, then? Of course not, you idiot. All I'm good for nowadays is running errands. Errands? Everyone takes advantage of the elderly. Buy some bread, Gramps. Take the dog for a walk, Granddad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I, some sort of 2-bit community handyman? Well... Buy some bread, now that I can understand. But what's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? Why don't people say what they mean? Get lost, that's what they're trying to say. Oh yes, I'm just an inconvenience, you see. At home, at that restaurant, I just get in the way, don't I? I'm sure you don't. Wait a minute, what did he just say? At home and at that restaurant? Hold up, by restaurant, are you talking about Tribulations? Did you get asked to run an errand there too? Yes, I did, the very day that young brat was poisoned. Well, what? So on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do? Glad you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, that young lad slumped over the table. The serving girl collapsed. And I broke that vase. It all happened so fast I was in a bit of a daze, you see. Then the owner shouted over to me. Excusez-moi, you, call the police. Call them yourself. I should have said back, but I didn't think of it at the time. So, did you end up calling the police? Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze. Did you call them on your cell phone? God, do I look like I have one of those newfangled thingamajigs? I went out looking for a payphone, of course. You went looking for one? You went looking for one? I couldn't find one right away, you know. Wandered around for 5 minutes or so. For 5 minutes? So for 5 minutes after the incident happened. Yes, sirree, the owner was at Tribulations on his own. Why didn't you mention this in court this morning? Well, I would have if you'd give me the chance. But you all bullied me out of the courtroom. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You certainly earned your kudos for today. Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say. Oh, yes, I remember something else. Bailiff, escort with witness out the courtroom. It's not my fault. You're the ones to blame. You could have at least told us before we got to court. Is it really that important that Mr. Kudo was the one who called the police? What's important is the unaccounted time before the police arrived. The victim was dead, and Maggie was unconscious. Which leaves that woman, that man, alone in the restaurant. Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose. What do you mean? Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant. Ah! Oh, sure, you go ahead and say I was in the way as usual. I suppose I should have been getting myself covered in pigeon poop instead, We need to get more details about what exactly happened. From Maggie, and from Mr. Armstrong. Hello there, 123ST. And with that, I think we need to have a little bit of a word to the chef. That's if we can even find him. Let's head back to the kitchen. January 7th, Tribulations, kitchen. Looks like Mr. Armstrong's out again. But the place is open for business. You can't have an open restaurant without a chef. Hey, it's not my fault, Nick. Don't take it out on me. Only a couple minutes after the incident happened, Mr. Kudo left the scene, leaving Mr. Armstrong here alone. Ah, missing when we need to talk to him the most. Maybe he's trying to avoid us on purpose? Okay. Let's move to detention center. January 7th, detention center, visitors room. Oh, Mr. Wright! Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you? Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm gonna stay up all night and blog about everything that happened. Weren't you scared? It was pretty touch and go in there. Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man. Well, he was all over the place with his testimony. He's not the only one. Huh? What do you mean? Everyone else's testimonies don't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident, anyway. Is it possible she is the one misremembering things? Okay. Maggie, do you know how you said that everyone else provided testimony that doesn't match up with what you remember? Yup, there are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him. But didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put some white powder in the coffee cup? So you really think it was this disappearing man that did it? Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know, the CD with the writing on it. Oh yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right? It was MC Bomber, Maya. That name was scrawled on the sports paper as well. They never did find that CD at the crime scene, sir. Or the victim's medication. That's gone missing too. Ouch, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me. You said that you passed out when the victim Glenn O collapsed, right? Yes. It's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. And before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir. So between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at Tribulations. No, no idea at all. Why? Is it important, Mr. Wright? The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture. Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? Old Seedy wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to go to call the police. Exactly, and you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time. No. You don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you? When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in this at all. That's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright? Well, the old man said as much when we spoke with him earlier. I don't know. The things that man says don't add up for some reason, sir. Maggie looks like she's trying to figure something out. Maybe we should ask Maggie exactly what she knows about old Seedy. That's actually a good idea. I feel much better after the trial this morning. I've been a bit of a courtroom proceedings addict for years now. It feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man. He's not really that bad of an old man, though. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? I thought you just said you felt much better. Maggie, if there's something on your mind, you've got to tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony. Watch it, I'll spill it all and see what you make of it. Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you? Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite what? Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true there was another customer in the restaurant. Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo. But I can't really say it was an old man. Okay, then how about calling him a really old middle-aged man? No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was a woman. A woman? Are you sure, Maggie? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So, what did this woman look like? She was sort of creepy. And she had kind of a cackling laugh. Creepy? Cackling? Why do I get the feeling I've come across a woman like that recently? Okay. And before we forget... Oh, yeah. I've got something you're gonna love. Really? What is it? A lunchbox, just for you. Here. Wow, a lunchbox! Weenies, too! I can't believe it! Thank you, sir! Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright? Nah, it was Detective Gumshoe. Who else would make such a nice lunchbox for you? Detective Gumshoe. He's really worried about you. Looks like he put a lot of effort into making this, too. I can't accept it. Detention center rules. No gifts allowed, sir. Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that. The rules are the rules. They'll lock you up if you break them. Somehow, when an ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier. And anyway, I hate weenies. Oh, really? It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright. But... She's right. It's better than letting it go to waste. But, I guess so. Gumshoe's lunchbox eaten with Maya. Well, how was it? That hit the spot. I love weenies. Oh, good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir. Poor Maggie. And with that, I think we're gonna go to the Criminal Affairs Department. January 7th, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. The main server just went up in smoke. Why the heck isn't a press conference set up yet? The superintendent's here already. Yeah, and there's a problem with the internet, too. I already told you to stop using your computer, Chief. But I'm watching videos online. I'm catching up on my Asian soap operas. It's gonna have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing the switch. No! Just when some young guy was about to confess to his son's hot-to-trot girlfriend. Wow, this place is really buzzing. Something must be going down. Something really big. Huh? What are you doing here, pal? Detective Gumshoe! You can't be here right now. You'll be roped into the briefing if you stay. Huh? We've got big problems here today. Why? What's going on? It's a virus. A virus. A virus? There's a virus ripping through the precinct's computer system. But I really need to ask you some questions. Okay, I'm only gonna say this once, so listen up. Yes. No matter how poor you get, never borrow money from a place like this, you hear? Okay. If you got money trouble, just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang in there. Ah, we're not thinking about borrowing money, detective. We want information. Oh, is that all? Well, let's see. Tender lender is considered to be even fishier than the average illegal loan shark. And it seems it ran into trouble just recently. Those guys have a pretty heavy-handed, calling in all their debts. Really? Don't go poking your nose around in their business, pal. You really regret it if you upset that lady. Alright, I get the picture. Hey, wait a minute. What did he just say? That lady. Who's this lady he's talking about, Nick? We better find out what the story is with this lady. So what exactly is a computer virus, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know. What? Look, I just go with the flow, alright, pal? And here I thought detectives were supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable. What's with that face, pal? You think you know what a virus is? Well, Nick, do you? A computer virus? Sure. I mean, only in simple terms, of course. Really? Wow. You know everything, Professor Nick. Yeah, I'm gonna call you Dr. Wright from now on. Hey, that sounds pretty cool. Don't you agree, Dr. Wright? Why do I get the feeling they're making fun of me? Okay, fine. I'm no expert, but I can at least explain the basics to the two of you. A virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage. Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode? No, the damage is, well, it's all internal. So the inside goes boom, right? Imagine all the case data you've got stored on your PCs here in the station. A virus could wipe out all that. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about. Whoa, that's scary. Yeah, and what's even more scary is that viruses are infectious. Infectious? Most computers are connected together on a network, right? A virus can move from one machine to another over the network. So the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster. Just like a real virus, huh? But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that? Yeah, it takes ages to type in all that data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal? No, people don't infect their own machines. They send the virus to someone else's. What? That's horrible! Oh, I get it. It's like you sneezing on Mr. Godot so he catches a cold. Right, then he wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he'd be too sick. You really shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong. Who? What? Why did that conversation jump to talking about me? Anyway, that's what a computer virus is. A bad program that causes damage. And all the different viruses have names, right? I kind of feel like I've heard the name of the virus we caught somewhere before. The name of the virus, huh? I feel like I've heard of it before too. I've heard of it before too. Okay. Detective Gumshoe, about this. What? I'm trying to concentrate on Maggie and this virus right now, so Ah! This is it! This stupid name! I remember now! I thought so. Here it comes. Don't just nod to yourself and keep me in the dark, Nick. What's going on? That's okay, Maya. You don't have to cry about it. The name scribbled on that sports paper and written on that CD. That's the name of the virus. MC Bomber. What? Yeah, the virus that's just infected every computer in the station, pal. It's MC Bomber. Can you give us any more details, please? We already knew about the MC Bomber virus for a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos of law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if their demands weren't met. Who are they? I don't know. Some hotshots from the criminal underworld would be my guess. And now the virus has been released, huh? Yeah, it's in every computer in every public office in the city. Everyone's going nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing at a carnival. All this stuff with criminals and viruses, it almost feels like we're in a sci-fi movie. Apparently, the programmer who made the virus was a real genius or something. The focus right now is on tracing the root of this virus on the black market. You mean someone put this virus up to sale? Hey there, Casey. Yeah, and because this one's so powerful, they're estimating its price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal. In the millions? A virus can be worth that much? MC Bomber updated in the court record. Found a tender lender. Contains a computer virus program. Okay. He did mention something about that lady. That's a girl who works over a tender lender. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it. She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she? That should be the least of your worries, pal. What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse? Her name's Viola Cadaverini. She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadaverini. Bruto Cadaverini? Do you know who that is, Nick? Never heard of him. Bruto Cadaverini is the boss of the Cadaverini family. The Cadaverinis? That's one scary sounding name. We can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. But you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you? No, I don't remember ever saying I was going to. I better get some more info out of Gumshoe about this family. I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverinis? Who are they? A scary bunch of people, that's who. You're a cop and you're scared? What's that about? Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop, these guys are scary. They've got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. We can't touch them. They've got too much moolah. Moolah, as in... they pretty much control all the cash on the city's black market. The black market, huh? And that includes tender lender, I take it? Sure, no one stands up to Bruto Cadaverini. And I mean no one. Interesting. So Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss, then? Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruto loves his little girl. She means everything to him. So, how did she end up a tender lender? I don't know, pal. But I heard she and the boss of tender lender are pretty tight. Tight? That's what I'd said in the file I read related to Maggie's case. Sounds like a pretty important clue. Ah, I can't believe it! I almost forgot the most important thing. And that is... you know, the lunchbox. How did everything go? The lunchbox? You remember, the weenies? I hate weenies. Oh yeah, those weenies. So, how did my weenies taste when they went down the hatch? Huh? Well, it was delicious. Yeah? That's what she said? Really? Well, don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen, so I came prepared. Prepared? What do you mean? I made a jumbo lunchbox. Oh. Do me a favor again, huh, pal, and deliver this. This sure is a heavy burden, in more ways than one. I can just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that. Weenies again, Nick? Tell me we won't have to eat all these too. Gumshoe's lunchbox given to Maya. Again. A tenderly handmade lunchbox fills the stomach with love and plenty of weenies. I really can't eat anymore. And with that, I think I am going to call it here. And the next time I see you guys, we are going to be finishing up Day 2 of Investigation. So, hope you guys are looking forward to that. But thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I'll be seeing you guys again next time.